So I'm just getting ready to really work on the trail. I ran out of time to make my groomer that I wanted to, so I got one of Dad's old front tires off his tractor on the farm. Found some dog chain around here, master link I had laying around, and a carabiner thing. And I just used my stud backers on either side of the rubber. I don't know how well it'll, but I just came across the yard there. So it started to fill up and it dumps in the low areas and pushes excess to the sides. But if you went a couple wide there, it's hard to see. Poor lighting, I'm running out of daylight, but yeah, Scandick's gonna, so I'll pack trail with the Pelican in tow this weekend. I'm gonna take a 10-foot property gate up and install it. Take a bunch of skids for the beams to sit on, and groom the trail up, and then next week try doing some loads in. We're just gonna go around my small loop here in the woods, come out over there somewhere, and then it'll this is packing snow right now, so then it'll set up real nice, and we'll have a good walking path here for the new pups. They're up there building a snowman with their mom up there. Let's try getting some footage for you. About the same width as on the Scandick, but gotta watch where I'm going. I think it should work pretty good. It'll take a few passes back and forth, but I don't know, I put this together in about 10 minutes, so that's what I had enough time to do, and we're gonna run this for this winter. So we've groomed the trails on the property here for a couple days, and the one front tractor tire, it's 36 inches across. It worked pretty good, but when you're going around corners and all that with a longer load, you need a little wider path. So I also picked these two tires out of the tire pile down at the farm. So I just finished putting those together. Now it's sitting upside down, just to show you. So these are old sliders off my snowmobile. I'm gonna put them this way so that you could hide the head of the bolts. So they got 3/4 inch hardware there and there on both of them, so they're parallel, and I just had to adjust the front chain on this side so it would pull square to the two rear tires now. And these runners, so I was having problems with it sliding sideways on off Camber Hills, and my trail is far from ready to roll, so there's a lot of side hilling. So I don't know if it'll work, but I'm hoping it'll keep it a little straight, or a little more straight. And I get the 5 feet of width now across there. Hopefully it doesn't get too heavy. I can always empty it out every once in a while, but towing that one big tire, it wasn't actually filling up that much. So we'll see that. So it'll flip over the other way because that tire is obviously a little thicker, and it'll lay more flat. So there it is, right side up. Those are the sliders underneath there. I just tugged it with the by hand there a little bit, so they engage in the snow pretty good. And they're almost like dual runners on a snowmobile there because I put them upside down. So you got the two individual tracks. So there's 4 cutting edges to try to keep it in line. And it might be hard for you to see, but so all those backer plates from my old track I used on all the hardware to distribute or act as big washers. So, tires bolted here, 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 and then 3 down each runner, and then 2 bolts holding the chain on. So that's the clasp for the perfect size hole in the tongue tie pitch, and just snap her in and go. Or try her out up at the property this Sunday. So yesterday you saw me hang the gate at the edge of the property. So we come up across a bunch of crown, like 5,000 acres of crown to get up here. And I've already had some guy follow my tracks all the way in, went past the gate and everything. And he's a local, he knew the terrain he was on. and he knew that it was private, and they all act dumb, but he was wrecking my trail in and out. Anyway, I'm up here with Michelle today. We're just doing a few little things. I brought a little level and got that gate level on 2 axes. And this is the groomer that I built. So you can see the job that it does. It's not too bad. And now that I added those sliders on the bottom, it tracks straight and doesn't slide down the hill. So it worked well all the way in. It would be nice to have a cutting surface on the bottom to take off the high spots and fill in the bottom, but I cut most of this trail in the winter time, and I know I have a bunch of stumps that are sticking up and would catch that and wreck things. So until I can get the trail in better shape in the summer, this is going to do for this year. So we're just going to tip this up and get back down to the new build site that I dropped those 2 poplars on and move a bunch of that mess out of the way. But we'll show you that when we get down here. I just wanted to show you the before and after. You can see there to there. It's nice and smooth and 5 feet wide. So Michelle and I are just busting our way into the trapper's cabin. I've only been up from this direction once this year, and it's pretty deep. But that's that bridge I built a little while back, and I think I threw 3 tree lengths on either side to build a ramp, but it doesn't matter in the winter time with the long tracks and all the snow. That's just an update on the bridge. It's pretty nice to come across now. So we made it back to the trapper's cabin. The tarp's still doing good, just having a bit of snacks in there. It's blowing and snowing right now, so I'm digging this outdoor room we got. Just took a peek in to see how the cabin's making out. Seems to be all right. Scandic's hauling us in, not too bad. Probably won't be able to spend the night in that thing. Maybe we'll try it once this winter. My time is more better spent hauling in building materials to the other site. So go home every night to get another load to get back up. Try to do them Saturday, Sunday until I get the load up here. But we're gonna try to get the dogs up here family day weekend, so that'll be an all-day endeavor trying to get them here. So we might have to spend the night depending on the time of day it is.